yogis. I was just out letting this lovely little dog in who just somehow seems to know that it's a live yoga class. So today's Monday the 8th of June. It's week 2 of the month of kindness and love. There he is. Morning yogis. And you know, today we are opening up our heart chakra, opening up our crown, and to let the love in and let the kindness develop and let our hearts swell open with joy. That's the vibe for today, which means there's going to be a lot of ooh, doing this, and lots of twisting and lifting up and up out of our waists to release, doing our usual, which is squeezing out the toxins from the weekend, if there are any. Maybe they're not. And yeah, getting rid of any of the negative stuff, the toxins that, you know, might give us bad thoughts, feelings of being unwell, and letting all the love come in. So if you've just landed on Instagram Live, welcome people. Lie down on your mat, but actually today we're going to start in child's pose. So if you want to have a couple of minutes to just drop into the space for yourself, if you want to lie down on your mat and just kind of be, just till we get the next couple of minutes to just let anyone who's ready to join the class to come in, but we're going to start in child's pose today. Child's pose, I have learned over many years to use this pose as my anti-anxiety pose. I don't know, is it like the idea of going into this cocoon, of rolling up inside, but also to be stimulating your forehead, your third eye, to see things the way that they really are, because most of our anxieties and our negative thoughts come from not seeing things clearly, from made up stories that we in the mind. And you know, the practice of kindness and love is to start right there, to start in the mind where those stories are made up, and to change the dialogue. Instead of stories of angst, oh, I'm not happy with this, I'm not happy with that. Whoa, stop that. No, not today. There are stories of wellness and goodness and of peace and joy all the way across the world, not just for us on our mats. It's for us to create a positive vibration and to send that vibration out, to take the frequency down. You know, yoga, that's the great thing about yoga, amongst all the many other great things that there are about yoga. And that is being able to change the frequency, being able to change the dialogue, to calm things down, to see things as they really are, and to change the story. This is the magic of yoga. So starting in child's pose, knees are mat distance apart, big toes are touching, and arms out in front, and just let it go. Bum to heels, forehead on the mat, arms out in front. If you want it to be a little bit dynamic already, take the elbows off. Otherwise, just let the arms rest and let the face rest. So just find your breath there and let the abdomen, there's plenty of space here in between your knees for the abdomen to just be nice and loose and relaxed. You know, many emotions are affected by our stomachs and our digestion. I learned that many years ago through macrobiotics, and I've followed that concept ever since. That, you know, whenever I feel anxiety, I can feel like a grip here, you know? So in this pose to start the class, let's let that grip go, yeah? Let's just let that abdomen feel nice and free. Let forehead relax, stimulating that third eye in the mat with the view to start seeing the world as it really is, yeah? To take away the clouds of misjudgment and negativity, and to let the blue sky of love and kindness and joy shine through. Oh, that's so good. Okay, so coming into this child pose, arms are out in front. Taking a deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Let's do that together. Inhaling deeply through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. And to just let, in that exhale, let your jaw be loose and, stretch your mouth. Very, very nice. And now slowly and gently rising up out of child's pose and into tabletop. So just set your tabletop, your wrists underneath your shoulders, maybe walking those knees in a little bit narrower now. They're hip distance apart, front of the feet are flat on the mat. And we're going to, so it's quite a small tabletop, nice little tabletop. We're going to do a couple of rounds of cat and cow. But when we inhale, coming forward, tailbone rises, lower back dips, and the ripple of the spine reaches forward so the chest comes through the hands on the inhale, opening up the front of the heart, and on the exhale, tucking the chin in, doming that space between the shoulder blades as the back of the heart opens. So inhale, and as you inhale, the eyes of the elbows are tracking the same line as the thumbs. I say that every week. Inhale, that gives you a different, and then exhaling, those shoulders turn round, the elbows turn in, the back of the heart is open through that space in between the shoulder blades. So inhaling, rippling forward, bringing the chest through in between the hands, exhaling, taking that heart inside, doming the back and opening up the back of the heart. Inhaling forward, opening up the chest, the front of the heart, and exhaling, doming that space in between the shoulders, the back of the heart. Inhaling once again, exhaling, being really mindful about this movement, this idea of creating extra space in between the shoulder blades. Carrying on, inhaling forward, bringing the chest through, the arms reaching forward with the chest, opening up the heart, exhaling, doming that space in between the shoulder blades, opening up the back of the heart. Inhaling forward, exhaling back to neutral. So now, just walking your hands one step in front, just to making a little bit bigger tabletop. Take the right hand and reach the right hand up to the ceiling. Looking at the right hand, follow it as it comes through and threads the needle underneath the left arm, bringing the right shoulder down to the mat, the right head, side of the head down to the mat. Inhaling and exhaling. Maybe if you want to take that a little bit further, walking that left arm forward. And even if you wanted to take it further, walking the left leg back and maybe even taking the left leg off the mat. Exhaling down with the left leg, walk the left arm in, take the right arm up, follow it back up to the ceiling and back down to the mat. Same on the left side. Inhaling, left arm rises, following the left hand with the head as it threads through under the left, the right arm over to the right side, the left shoulder and the left side of the face comes down to the mat, right hand walks out in front, staying on your fingertips with the right hand in front. Take the right leg back out behind you and lifting the back right leg off the mat. If you feel that you want to go a little bit further in that balance. If not, just keep the legs in tabletop. Breathing there. Slowly walking the arms back and coming back into tabletop. From that tabletop now, tuck the feet under, lift the knees off the mat, just 5 centimeters, putting the weight into your hands, looking down at the hands and the wrists, those big flat yogi hands. Inhaling and exhaling slowly, led by your tailbone, come up to downward facing dog. Maybe walk those feet a little bit further back, just to give you a little bit of extra space in that dog. Looking forward towards your hands, creating space for those hands, keeping the biceps rolling in, the heels towards the mat. Take the right foot off the mat, the left heel comes down towards the mat. Yeah? Inhaling, take the right leg out behind you, looking forward. We're going to come through to a lunge. Exhaling forward, left knee comes down, rising up, take your arms up to the ceiling. Connect the palms, come back through the center line. Inhaling, exhaling, we're going to twist over. So following the chest over, elbow, left elbow outside of right knee. Remember that, no collapsing in on the knee. Look down and check that the knee is following your foot. Inhale and then twist round. So your twist is really coming through the middle. Your thumbs and your sternum are coming to meet. That's your point of reference to your journey, where you're going. So you're coming round, bringing that, and you'll feel that twist through the waistline. That twist through the waistline, and when you're there, if you want to take it a little bit further, tuck the back foot under and take the back knee off the mat. Okay, so you're here. Your gaze is low. Your thumbs are moving towards your sternum. Your elbow and knee are pushing against each other. The force of the knee against the elbow against the knee is keeping you in this position. Inhale, exhale, back to center. I'm going to go this way. Exhale, back to center. Pivoting round now on the back foot. The body comes this way. Arms outstretched, you're in warrior pose. Okay, again, knee and foot are tracking. The body is facing this way, yeah? So knees going to the top of the mat, you're facing the side of the mat, and your back foot is just, the heel is just very slightly turned out, foot turned in. Just ever so slightly, but you are in perfect balance in the middle. Inhaling, look to your fingertips and just be present there for a moment. Exhaling, bring the forearm onto the knee. Your left arm comes up over to the ear and then reaching up and over. You come up and over, looking under the left armpit. So using that forearm on the right knee to stop the right knee again collapsing in. Lift up and out of that waistline. Inhaling now, coming back through warrior. Left hand comes down to left thigh, right arm comes up to right ear, and you're looking under the right armpit. So lift up and out of the right waist in reverse warrior. Let's do that again. Inhaling, forearm onto right knee, left arm onto the left ear, reaching over to the right side. Inhale, exhale, back over to reverse warrior on the other side. That's it. Coming now, straightening the front leg, bringing the right arm forward. I'm going to come right back against the wall, but this floor is so slippery. I'm going to take the mat with me, so forearm is forward, front leg is straight now, and you reach forward with the right hand and then down towards the right calf. Or on the floor, left arm is in the ceiling, triangle. Again, making sure that you're opening up through that chest, through the chakra, heart chakra, and the feeling that if you were against a wall, you'd be flat against that wall. Inhaling through the nose. At the end of your exhale, come back through warrior two. Front leg is back again, and pivoting back round to the lunge position. Both hands outside either side of the right foot. Step back to downward facing dog. Take a moment there before you lift your left leg off the mat. Look at the space, look where that left leg is going, and step through. Perfect. So you've stepped through now. I'm going to go this way for you. The right knee's down on the mat if you want. For this stage, we'll do it layer, step by step by step. Bring the arms up overhead, join the palms overhead. Bring that through the center line, and that right elbow moving round, twisting. Right elbow outside of the left knee again, looking down, checking that left knee's tracking that right foot. And then twist, when you're there, then twist through the middle. Then bring the sternum towards the thumbs. Really twisting through that waistline. It's doing your waistline so much good. Focus. Take the back knee off the mat. Really focus on that twist. Focus on that elbow outside of the left knee. Both pushing against each other. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, pivot round to the back foot, coming into warrior. So again, you are right in the middle of this. Not reaching towards the future, not looking back on the past. Perfectly poised in the now. That's why this pose is so popular. Inhaling, exhaling, forearm onto thigh. And with that left hand, bring that left hand up toward right hand, bicep towards your ear, and reaching over, keeping that right arm straight. Really lifting up out of that right side. Inhaling and then exhaling, pivoting over, going all the way over. Right hand comes down, fingertips onto right thigh as the left arm comes overhead. Reverse warrior. Inhale, exhale, back. Forearm to left thigh. Inhale, back to reverse warrior. Then come back to neutral, straighten the front leg, reach forward with the left hand, and then bring that left hand down towards your calf as you come into triangle pose. Breathe, yogis. Find your breath, find your focus. Starting to warm up now. Inhaling, exhaling, coming back through the warrior, bending that front knee, pivoting round to face forward again. Take the hands down to the mat, either side of that left foot. Step back to downward facing dog. Excellent. Take a big inhale, exhale, right leg rises again. This time opening up the hip, taking the right foot to the left bum cheek as the left knee opens up, opening up that right hip. Inhaling and exhaling, bring that right knee behind the right wrist, slide back to pigeon. So you're now sitting back on the right hip. Fingertips to the mat, lifting up through the chest. Inhaling, puffing that chest out, opening up your front of your heart. Exhaling, coming forward, elongating, lengthening in the spine as the forehead comes to mat. So there you are. Again, I say it every week, really that right on the edge of, where your maximum, on the edge of your maximum, right at the maximum place of where you want to be. Your hips are facing forward, your shoulders are facing forward, and your spine's elongating gracefully along the floor. Inhale, rising up, come up to fingertips. Open up that heart again. Let the love in, people. Put your weight. Tuck the back foot under, take the back knee off the mat, and lift back to downward facing dog. Perfect. Same on the other side. Left leg rises, left knee bends and opens up that hip as the left foot comes towards the right bum cheek. Take a big inhale and then really exhale and bring that left knee forward and slide back to pigeon on the left hip. Take a big inhale, puff that chest out. Ooh, that big pigeon chest. And then elongating along the mat. Come down, forehead to mat. So again, this front thigh, the further forward that shin is, the harder it is really. It depends on how open your hips are. So if you take that back a little bit, bringing that foot in, it's less hard. The end of that exhale, rise up now, back up on the fingertips, puffing that chest out. Lift the back knee off, tuck the back foot under, and come back to downward facing dog. That's it. Take a moment there just to pause, just to catch your breath, find your flow, tap into your breath, find that breath again. It's deepening and lengthening. You're exercising your lungs, which is very, very good. Inhale and now exhale, roll forward again, doming that back, creating space in between the shoulder blades and come to plank. But in this plank, we've got space for doming the shoulder blades. So the shoulders are, the elbows are tracking the line of the thumbs. I'm on right on my toes. Inhale, exhale, knees, thighs, hips, and chest, forehead to mat. I haven't moved my hands. My hands are under my shoulders. Flatten the feet under, push into the hands, puffing the chest forward and come up to Cobra. Now when you come up to this Cobra, your elbows are tight in to the body. We're not flaring out, keeping those in, and you're not even coming up that high. We're just coming to a nice low Cobra. Inhale there again, puffing that chest, expanding that heart forward. Exhale, come down, forehead to mat. Take a big inhale and exhale together as you slide the hands forward ahead of the head, mat distance apart. Inhaling, lift the head off, rise. Okay, so this time your arms are wide. I don't know if it's easier for me to show you here. Yeah, the thing is about these online classes is you've got in the room, even though the teacher says you don't look at anyone else in the mat, it's useful, to look around the room and go, oh right, is that how you meant to do it? Especially when you've got people in the class who, have been coming regularly. It's just as a mark of, just a guide. So it's harder when you're doing something at home because you can't really be sure if you heard that properly. So if you didn't hear it properly, hands mat distance apart, elbows are tucked in, elbows are also off the mat. If this is too strong, come down and bring your elbows down to the mat. Inhaling, keep the gaze low. So we're not stretching that neck up, we're not up to the ceiling. Just looking at the horizon, looking at something lovely that's there on the horizon, like I don't know, I say a rum cocktail every week, but what about a nice coffee or a smoothie? Inhale, exhale, come down to mat. As you come down, legs bend, the knees, okay? Keeping the forehead on the mat, bring the arms round behind you and grab the front of the feet or the ankles. Keeping the knees as well tucked in, following the same line. Inhale, lift the chest up, lift the knees up, lift the thighs off the mat, look to the horizon again. Take a big inhale and then exhale down. Let's do that once more, don't let go of the legs. Inhale, rise. Take a couple of big gulps of breath. Exhale down. Very, very good. Take the hands forward now. Lift the head off. Lift the arms, legs, thighs. Keep the head, the gaze looking down. Exhale. Very, very good, yogis. Very, very good. Push back to child pose when you're ready. Push back to child pose and just take a moment there. Just take a moment in child pose, once again, to just catch your breath. And when you're ready, now just take another moment there to just relax. Just to absorb and just to breathe. You know, that was quite a quick little flick we went through there, quite a lot of movement going on. So just let that absorb for a moment. At the end of your next exhale, come slowly up to sitting back on your heels. So sitting now back on your heels. Take the arms out, fingertips onto the mat. Take the right arm up and straight, fingertips or palms facing in. And take the left hand up and grab the right wrist and lift again up and out of the waist and over to the left side. So how that again is sitting nicely back on your heels, lift up out of the armpit, out of the waist, and lift it over to the left side. But what you don't want to be doing is any of this. It's a very small movement up and over, because we're just trying to create space on this right side, and especially in this waistline. Lift it up and over, getting rid of any of these, stagnant energy or toxins, and focusing on that. Take a big inhale, exhale, one more little stretch that arm high. Exhale, let it go, just come down, both arms down by the side. Take a moment there. Inhaling, left arm up, palm facing in, right arm comes up to take the hold of the left wrist, lifting up and over, lifting up out of the left waist and side. Breathe. Again, just take a little bit extra. Back through the center, bring the hands down to the mat. I'm going to go through a little twist sequence now. So let's start off with quite a basic, nice easy twist. Inhaling again, right arm comes up. So follow. I'm going to come in a little bit with this, although you can see my arms up. Follow, take your left hand onto your chest, and then follow, bring that chest round over to the left side. Take the straight arm down, round, and the back of the hand against the outside of the left knee. Release, and then take this left hand and let that left hand help to bring you round, twist you round, and then releasing the left arm out, following the chest. So again, using that right arm against the outside of the left knee to just really guide that twist through. So just really tap in and feel that. Take that breath right up into the collarbones. And and feel the breath through the middle, through that twist. Feel the sort of restrictiveness, but the kind of massagey feeling. It's nice. Exhale back through center. Just come gently through the center and pause for a moment in the middle. Take the left arm up. Take the right arm onto the chest and move the body over to face the right side. Take the left arm, drop it outside of the right knee, and then use that left arm like a lever to twist you around to the right side. Again, being careful that you're not flaring out that rib cage, that you're keeping everything tucked in, you're just twisting it. So it's not a, because we want to get this, like the dishcloth effect, as I'm always causing it, where we're squeezing all the toxins out of the dishcloth and, you know, refreshing it under the tap. That's our yoga practice. Inhale, exhale, come gently back to the center. Roll over on one side and take both legs out in front of you straight. Flex the feet. In fact, flex the feet so much that the heels can come off the mat. Sitting up nice and straight. Take a moment to just be still. Take the right knee in towards your chest. Reach forward with the left arm. Cup the right knee in the left elbow. And then twisting round through the middle again. Take that right hand out behind you. And breathe. Being careful not to be doing this, to let the shoulders sit up nice and straight. Really twist through. This is a really great twist to be able to just get that little bit further because you've got this elbow and knee action. Let the face rest. Don't feel the urge to crank that neck round to look behind you. If you're looking behind you, see behind you, you've cranked your neck just too far. Just look at the floor there and just let the eyes zone out, you know. Inhale, exhale, back through the center, release the right leg. Again, just take a moment to pause. No need to rush. Whee! Left knee comes in, right arm comes forward, right elbow cups the left knee, and then again, using that action to twist through that midline. Take the left hand out behind you. That left hand behind you is just a bit of really scaffolding to help keep you sitting up. That right foot's flexed, still keeping that right foot flexed. It's not completely dead leg. Perfect, yogis. Really perfect. Release that now. Come back through center. Bring those legs straight out in front of you and then join the soles of the feet together, letting the arms be rest and loose on your knees. Drop the chin into the chest and let the head roll forward. You want to open your neck a little bit more at the back. Cross the hands. Bring them to the back of the head. Let the face be relaxed. Let the face be free. Let it just just really enjoy. If that's just too much, let the hands go at the back of the head and let them rest on your elbows. If it's just too much, but actually it's a really lovely de-stressor, isn't it? Just, you know, all that kind of, just holding, you know, all that holding, just let it go. Release the hands on your elbows and bring the soles of the feet to the mat. The knees are up in the air. Take the arms forward and slowly, to the count of 10, let's come down to mat. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Bring the knees in. Bring the legs up in the air. So just keeping the legs in the air. Soles of the feet facing the ceiling. Your whole back is flat on the floor, right the way down to your tailbone. And now that little bit at the back of the waist, just make sure that that's flat as well. Shoulders are nice and flat and easy. Find your breath. And you know what? When you start doing this, you think, oh yeah, whatever. But actually, if you're keeping that tailbone right on the mat and you're keeping those legs in the air straight, this is a lot. Those thighs are going to start shaking in a minute. Take your breath. Just zone out into the moment of this. Again, find stillness. Just be still. Take that breath right the way up into your heart, right the way up into your collarbones. And when you take the breath there, as you're inhaling, flattening the back down onto the mat. Inhaling, the back firms down on the mat. Stick with it. Exhale, bending the knees, opening the legs, taking the feet to the soles of feet to ceiling again, grabbing the shins or the outside of the feet for a nice happy baby. That's it. Roll back and forth. And just roll your legs over to the left side. Roll the head over to the right side. Inhale to the center, exhale over to the right side. Let the face go, face is nice and relaxed. Bring the knees back through the center. Bring your soles of the feet up to the ceiling and then bring them down onto the mat. You're in Shavasana. And as we lie here in this Shavasana, as you surrender yourself to this moment, we're just going to do a body scan, following on with this theme of kindness and love, starting at the crown of your head, just opening up that chakra. Open up that chakra now and let the universe speak to you. Let all that bright, amazing, universal light, beautifully bright, cleansing, filled with love, come in here, enter your mind, your soul, bringing all these wonderful, amazing ideas and coming through here. That bright light starting at the crown of your head, bringing it down onto your face, onto your forehead. down into your third eye, that little space there, just above your eyebrows, your forehead, to see things as they really are. Coming down through the eyes, the eyeballs are rested back, and the eyes only seeing kindness and love, not seeing anything else. Let them project out that vision. Let them share that joyful view with everyone that you meet today. Coming down now, follow that light down into your mouth and into your throat chakra, the center of communication, the place of words, how we talk to each other and how we talk to ourselves. Those words today filled with kindness and joy. You know, if you haven't got anything nice to say, don't say anything. Yes, that's this day. Feel that space there, feel that light there. Down through your shoulders. Your shoulders are heavy in the back of your heart, and your shoulders rest and are submitted to the laws of gravity on the mat. Coming into your heart now, center of love and compassion, the place, that little place where we share a bit of ourselves with other people. We cut it up and give it away. Let's just inhale, let's inhale together. Let feel the heart rise and swell out, and exhale, let it go. Coming down through the center line, the front of the body, to the solar plexus. This is the place where I am, this is the sense of me. And when we are balanced in the solar plexus, there's no anger or extreme anxiety on one side, and there's no fear or worry or troubles on the other side. This is when the solar plexus is unbalanced. And when it's balanced, is just to be. No extreme anger or anxiety or projections on one side, and no fearful hiding away on the other. We just are. Down into our abdomen, into our little energy core, where all the energy and great works that we do in our yoga classes is stored here. This is where our little fire that keeps us going, our little engine, down through the hips, through the front of the thighs. Not mistaking our root chakra, because our root chakra is where we connect to the earth, and we are connected to the earth. Yes, we are on this day. Front of the thighs, back of the thighs, lovely and heavy, and let go. Let them be completely supported by the mat. Back of the calves, legs are nice and heavy. Back of the heels, feeling everything that's touching down on the mat is completely supported and submissive. Just let go. Our feet, our toes, little wriggle of the toes. Just bringing a little bit of energy there. And let's inhale from the toes all the way up the legs, back in the opposite direction. Inhaling up through the body, up through the energy lines, right back up through the face to the top of the head. Boom, the circle is complete. Take a big inhale and just let everything go. Just let everything go. Today is Monday, the start of a wonderful week. Now you can stay there on your mat, lying down in Shavasana, and just let the world start spinning when you're ready, or you can finish with me, and that is to bring your knees into your chest, to roll over on your left or right side, and come up to sitting, keeping the gaze low and keeping the eyes, keep the attention of the eyes low. Don't let them look for things yet. Taking your arms out, your palms facing the ceiling, Bring the arms up and over, drawing a circle as your fingertips join at the top of your head. Bring the hands through the center line. We're closing the energy circle now. Right the way down on the exhale to your abdomen. Once again, drawing that energy circle with your palms facing the ceiling, closing the circle. Connect the fingertips at the top, draw through the center line. Right the way down on the exhale to your abdomen, to that energy core. We're sending it all in there. Inhaling for the last time, palms facing the ceiling. Fingertips come connect at the top. Close the palms, take the palms down through the center line. Pausing at the forehead, at the third eye, for right thoughts. Thoughts of kindness and love. Bring the fingertips down to the lips for words of kindness and love. And down to the heart, bring the fingertips down to your sternum and just gently pushing back on your sternum as you feel your vibration there. Vibration of kindness and love. Close the palms over the heart. So you inhale, let the heart swell up. Let it grow big. So let's take a big inhale together through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Let's do that once more. Inhale. Well done, yogis. Very good. Have an amazing Monday. Thank you for joining me on Instagram today. And see you all again soon. Thank you. If you want to take your practice further, you can book an online class with me on my website now. There's a booking schedule open because, you know, doing like I was saying in the class, when you do an online class, it's just such a different experience from being in